Top Bed Talk. So here we are in Glasgow, and if you had any doubt at all, the Pipers have just arrived into the exhibition centre of the European Society of Anesthesiology and Intensive Care. That is the Pipers in the background, a mass crowd following them in a parade into the trade exhibition here that goes on for acres. It's absolutely magnificent. And I think we're going to get lucky, and they're going to come quite close to us as they come by, looking absolutely splendid in their kilts, sporrans dangling as they march through. Wonderful hats. I don't know which particular tartan that is. We'll check on that later. Yeah. But wow, what a real treat that is. So if anyone had any doubt at all about which country we're in Scotland, in Glasgow, at the start of the European Society of Anesthesiology and Intensive Care. And I'm here with Desiree. Desiree, what do you make of all that?
Euroanaesthesia 2023. What a treat, Monty. This is absolutely fabulous. We are going to put some pictures of that up on the podcast. I was not expecting, I guess I should have thought about it, but I did not expect to see the bagpipes. So that was a wonderful.
What did you expect? Haggis juggling? Or?
That's it. Absolutely, haggis juggling is what the first thing that I thought of, really, when being in Scotland. Well, Monty, it is a wonderful opening to another fantastic meeting here in Glasgow. Nice and sunny. I know we always say we're not going to talk about the weather, but
it's beautiful out there.
It is absolutely beautiful. Monty, we have another treat. I know everyone heard the bagpipes, and that was wonderful. But we have a new.
we have a barista.
We have a barista.
If anyone's wondering what the intermittent hammering is, it's not a shoe repair. So we haven't gone. I know it's a very meeting about greenness. It's not about shoe repairing. It is a barista right next to us.
It is a barista. So one of the advantages of being here in the exhibit hall is that they have coffee at every turn, and it just so happens that we have a coffee station right next to our little pop-up studio.
Because we're set up here just to paint the picture for you. I think Nick's going to take a picture of it. The wonderful Nick Majerison, who's supporting us to put it out online. We're against a beautiful green wall, because this is all about sustainability, the meeting, and what we can do to help, in a purpose-built booth on the GE Healthcare booth. We're amongst all of their wonderful technology and a barista. Yeah. And there's a live on-air light.
There is.
And
we are live on air.
What could be better?
Not a whole lot. We do want to say thank you so much to GE Healthcare. They have been wonderful sponsors and really helping to keep Top Med Talk on the road, free, open medical education, right, Monty?
Absolutely. Now, talking of which, I've got to run and chair a session.
You do.
So I'm going to leave you with a special guest.
In your place, well, not that you could ever be replaced, Monty, but in your place today, we have a new voice on Top Med Talk. So I'm going to let you go. Monty, you head away. Good luck on your session.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear about it. We'll talk to you soon. All right, so new voice on Top Med Talk. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Andy Cumpstey. Andy, it is so wonderful to have you on Top Med Talk.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Real buzz around the whole exhibition hall, isn't it? It's really exciting.
It is really exciting. Yeah. Well, Andy, whenever we were, Monty and I were talking about coming up here to Glasgow and knowing how we bebop around, and if anybody's ever seen us at one of these meetings, we really do run around like crazy. We thought it would be great to introduce a new voice, bring someone else in, help take the load off a little bit, and you came highly recommended by our teammate, Professor Mike Grocott. So thank you, Mike, for recommending Andy. Andy, for everyone listening, tell us just a little bit about yourself, where you hail from, and what you're doing these days.
Sure. So I'm a clinical anaesthetist and intensive care doctor working on the south coast of England at Southampton. And I spend half my time working clinically and the other half working for the University of Southampton with a real interest in kind of oxygen research, oxygen physiology and oxygen therapy, both in anaesthesia but also in intensive care.
Yeah, that's great. I know Monty and I, we talked to you, I think we officially introduced you last night, but Monty and I were talking to you yesterday about some of the research interests that you have and your interest in oxygen, and you recently received some awards. Tell us about that.
I did. Monty made very embarrassing, isn't it?
It is not embarrassing. It's great. You should be very proud.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was a really nice surprise. Yeah. I finished my PhD last year looking at the role of oxygen and the production of oxidative stress as a result of oxygen therapy in both anaesthesia and intensive care, and presented that at the National Institute for Academic Anaesthesia meeting in York last November. and was very surprised, but also delighted to win their National Research Award 2022.
Yeah,
for
congratulations. That's wonderful. Well, Andy, we will be talking. We'll have lots of opportunities over the next couple days to do a little bit deeper dive, because I'd love to hear more about oxygen. And I know we were talking about hyperoxygen and hyperoxemia and how that affects, could potentially affect patient outcomes. I think there's a lot of interest in that. So we'll talk about that. But Andy, I know you were able, Monty and I were in here recording this morning, but you were able to get to the opening ceremonies. Tell us about that. What happened?
It was fantastic. There was so 2 keynote speakers. So we had very different keynote speakers too. So first we had Nadine Montgomery telling us about, her very moving and powerful story of some of the journeys she's been through with her difficulties with healthcare in the past, and that's led to the new laws we all now practice as part of informed consent. And lots of really powerful messages that she was putting forwards about, we talk about shared decision making with doctors and patients, but really she sees that more as a supported decision-making process.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is a subtle but important change of words, I think, and how, as healthcare providers, we've got a responsibility to give all the appropriate information and support the patient to make the right decision, rather than share that decision-making with the patient. Which is
that is an interesting take on that. We've talked a lot about shared decision-making here at Top Med Talk, and it's been discussed, a lot at meetings, and I don't know if I've ever heard it put quite that way.
No, I haven't heard it put that way before either, but it was very moving, very powerful way of putting it, but also a good kind of positive way looking forwards.
It is a positive twist on that. Well, great. Well, I'd like to explore that a little bit further. What else? I heard the other keynote.
Yes, and the second keynote couldn't have been more different. That was Professor Jean-Louis Vincent, who would be known to many of our listeners, I'm sure, and he gave a very funny but very interesting run through of the history, present and future of intensive care medicine, looking at some of the origins in the kind of the polio years with the iron lung negative pressure ventilators, right through to what he thinks the future may hold for the specialty, which was really interesting and enlightening.
Wow, it'll be great to hear more about that. I think we're going to try and get some of those folks on Top Med Talk. We'll see. That's great. And then we had the procession of the bagpipes.
Absolutely. What a way to enter the exhibition hall. I wasn't expecting that at all, but welcome to Scotland. That's what you get when you come to Glasgow.
Not juggling haggis.
No. They were fantastic. It was, what better arriving in Scotland with a procession of bagpipes.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Andy, anything you're particularly interested in having conversations about this weekend, or hearing any sessions?
I think there's lots of interesting conversation coming up what we've got on the programme. Again, following on from Prof. Vincent's keynote talk this morning about the role of trials in intensive care medicine going forwards, and the difference in patient backgrounds, and every patient we treat is different. So why do we treat them all the same with a pragmatic randomised controlled trial? So I think we've got some interesting sessions coming up later. We might be discussing that in a bit more detail.
Joyce Young.
With Joyce Young later. That'll be good. And again, following on from that, but if we're going to target patients as individuals and be more precise with our therapy, we need ways of doing that, and that means better biomarkers, more novel monitoring techniques, and again, we've got some interesting sessions coming up later talking about cardiac biomarkers, which I'm really looking forward to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Today's going to be great. Monty and I are actually going to have a conversation where we're kind of exploring the dreaming model, drink, eat, move after surgery, and how that can, what's come out in that in the recent years about how that impacts patient safety and patient outcomes, improving patient outcomes. Kind of a different slant on enhanced recovery, looking at that from a different way, and lots of good conversations about hemodynamics. Some new research coming out, which I think is going to be really fascinating to explore and dive into that. So, well, Andy, I just want to say I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Yeah,
looking forward to it.
It's going to be a wonderful couple days. We are going to be live streaming intermittently throughout the meeting, so please do have a listen to the live stream. You can find that at topmedtalk.com or topmedtalk.mxlr.com. That's where you can find the live stream. You'll see the program is up live on topmedtalk.com. I think the best way really to get a hold of us is on social media. I know we've already been active on Twitter and showing some videos there, and the schedule, the stream will be on there as well. So please do check us out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out as well at topmedtalk.com. So thanks everybody for listening. Super excited about the next 48 to 72 hours, I guess. And we'll talk to you soon. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Top Med Talk. Thanks for downloading Top Med Talk. Don't forget to subscribe via your podcatcher. Don't forget to check us out on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And also, don't forget, Top Med Talk is the broadcasting arm of EBPOM, Evidence-Based Perioperative Medicine. We'd love you to find out more about that. If you check out ebpom.org, you can find low prices on some of the conferences we're organising around the world. Many of them are virtual and don't even involve you leaving your own home. Check out ebpom.org now.